Hey everyone, welcome. My name is Charles Thompson, Executive Advisor here at Powur. This is our Solar Mastery Training. And today's topic is how solar financing works. Should I buy or should I lease? And before we do that, I want to kind of frame things for you and understand that this information is being provided to you for educational purposes. We're not intended to try to have you become the expert, nor do we encourage you to be the expert. We have dozens and soon hundreds of experts all around the world who will be happy to facilitate the answer that's applicable on a local or regional level for your customer. So please rely on the experts to do that. The coaching that I like to provide is when a complicated question such as solar financing comes up, is look, that's a great question. Every home is different. Quite frankly, every situation is different. Their home, their city, their state, their utility, you name it. Every situation is different. So in this case, let's see what's true for your home. What I'd like to do is grab a copy of your electric bill. That'll help us get our process started. We'll put that information into our platform. We'll introduce you to name the company or two companies. And what that'll do is get the questions answered for you, answer any other questions you might have, and also set a day and a time for your free solar consultation. That prevents us from answering questions that may not be 100% accurate. But our goal is to educate you that you can feel comfortable that the answers are there. So what's driving all the great success that we're seeing? Zero down solar. I mean, what's happened in this industry is now homeowners see immediate savings with zero out-of-pocket expense of anywhere from 5 to 50% on their energy bill. And when they use a solar loan product, which 85% more of our customers do, they actually add value to their home. Zero out-of-pocket expense, saving money every single month on their energy bill, adding value to their home, and getting a fixed energy cost. Think about that. Today, you're living in a home or apartment, whatever you're doing, you're renting your energy. You're not in control of those prices. Has the utility ever called you and asked you if they can increase your price? No. Solar will give you control and predictability. It'll fix your energy cost. If there are any we call escalation clauses, you'll learn about those, then that's already known in advance. There's no surprise that, for example, utilities raise their rates 23%. Who's prepared for that? This gives you control and predictability, and ultimately, the 85% or more of our customers who own their systems, when it makes sense, they're going to not only save $26,000 or more over the term of their loan, they're going to own that system, and all of the energy that's produced by that system will be free. That is a great proposition. So the two main benefits of solar power as we have it today are economic and environmental. The economical benefits are going to be different, but the environmental benefits will be the same no matter how you secure your solar system. The best financing option will be different for each person, hence every situation is different in the coaching. If you look at the 4 programs that we have today, the first is a cash purchase. We'll dive into that. The second is a no money down loan ownership. There's other financing options such as PACE we'll talk about. The third option is pay for power vis-a-vis a lease. And the fourth option is pay for power vis-a-vis a power purchase agreement. Now, power purchase agreements are not very common nowadays. They were very common in the early stages of zero down solar and really helped pioneer a lot of the other financing that's come in. So even though we're not seeing a lot of usage of those, we want you to be educated because some people were opposed to solar because of a power purchase agreement. So knowing what they are will be helpful. First option, really the best option when someone can and when they have the tax liabilities, is cash. It's the most economical option that's out there. And if you buy the system outright, that return is 10 to 30% per year. Where else do you get that kind of return on your money legally? Not many places, not that I know of. And the energy that the system produces is free for the life of the system, which could be 40 to 50 years of free energy. Talk about a great return on investment. Buying the system through a low-interest loan is another great option. Doesn't necessarily mean you're paying cash, but the interest rates are 2.9 to 4.9%. The term of that loan, meaning 10 to 25 years, varies based upon how much the homeowner is using in energy, how much they're paying for the energy. So ultimately, you want them to save every single month on their energy. So the loan will vary based upon that and their credit criteria, which is on average 650 Empirica score. When the loan's paid off, they own the system, and the energy that's produced is free. And now PACE is growing in popularity. It started in California, it's now a national offering, and it's a property assessed clean energy financing solution. It's basically an assessment on the property's regular tax bill. So they add that in and it's paid in the form of taxes. So sometimes there's extra tax benefits to that you can write off. Typically 100% of the project, up to 20 years, can be combined with all of the other incentives that traditional leasing and loan products can, and it's permanently fixed to the property. Solar leases, very popular. You pay a monthly fee. Typically, that's a fixed fee, sometimes with a minor escalator clause to it. So your monthly fee is always going to be the same. That's a beautiful thing about a lease, is you're using the energy for free from those panels, but you're paying one rate every single month for your system. Zero down, typically less than your current electric bill, and our savings generally are looking at 5 to 50%, and that climbs. The savings will grow as electricity prices continue to increase. So oftentimes people say, how do we do this? Well, compare it to a car loan. It's very similar, car loan versus solar. Auto industry has been doing it for years. With solar loans and car loans, the borrower will own the product at the end of the term. Very simple. Both solar leases and car leases, the owner, they don't own that. The term ends, they have an option to purchase it or sign another lease. One of the beautiful things is cars depreciate in value, whereas solar adds value to the home, and that's a real benefit. Some of the other things to look at is maintenance. If you lease a car, you're responsible for the maintenance. With solar leases, generally, that includes the maintenance in the term of the lease. Excessive wear and tear. Solar is very durable and generally not going to have any other wear and tear, and you get the benefit from all the energy, whereas in a car, you're going to have typically penalties and excess wear and tear if you have that in your car. So the overall economical benefits, it's just like a traditional capital investment. At the end of the car loan, you own it, you can use it to trade it in, you can leverage it. Just like with a solar system, you own it, but in this case, you continue to receive free electricity. What a great option. The fourth is the power purchase agreement. As I mentioned, not a common solution these days, still used in some of the East Coast, a little bit here in California. You agree to purchase the electricity that the panels produce. So based upon production, your bill is going to vary, just like it does today, based upon how much you use from the grid. Zero down, typically less than you're currently paying. You generally see a 5 to 50% saving, much like a lease, but you look at it similar to renting your energy from a utility. And I think that's important to point out. That's what people are doing. They're renting their energy. They don't own anything until they go solar through a loan product where they can own that. But the benefit of PPAs and leases is you are using clean energy and you have that control and predictability. Oftentimes people ask, what happens if I sell my home? We, first of all, encourage people to work with a realtor who is informed of solar, renewable energy, and we are proudly leading the charge in educating the real estate community. But with a loan, very simple. You can pay it off. You add that value to the home. It's already going to appreciate, and your home will be assessed accordingly. Pay it off, and now the buyer has free energy. What a great selling proposition. If it's a lease or a PPA, you typically have two options. The first is you can work with the buyer and have them assume the responsibility and the payment. Why? Well, they're going to be saving money over what they would buy the energy for, so it has value there, and you've already gone through the effort necessary to put the solar on your home, and their credit is normally going to be good because they're buying a home, so it's typically not an issue. It's a very simple transaction. And the second is you can buy it out. You can contact the lease company and buy the system out and then put that value on top of your home, much like you would with a loan. That's it. Very, very simple. So don't let that be a concern. Other drivers are tax rebates, subsidies, and credits. In the United States, the federal government loves solar, gives a 30% tax rebate, which is a deduction from your taxes. The zero down PPAs and leases, they take that into consideration. The homeowner doesn't get the tax incentive. However, they do in the form of a reduced cost of energy. So one way or the other, they're getting the benefit. It's just packaged differently, if you will. And some utilities, cities, states, they have a variety of incentive rebates. But the key here is all of these are time sensitive. So we want to educate our homeowners, get them to go solar while there's as many incentives as they are, depending upon where they are. But regardless of which option a homeowner chooses, whether it's outright purchase, a solar loan, a solar lease, a PPA, you're still saving money. And more importantly, you're helping the environment. So really there's no right or wrong decision. Now that you understand how solar financing works, this is where the platform comes in. It's an excellent way to start. We'll give you access to pre-screened installers, our partners and financial companies, get you multiple quotes typically so you can do comparisons and make a decision on whether solar is the right decision for you and help shift the world from dirty to clean energy and do your part. Thanks for listening.